Whoa, good morning YouTube and YouTube. Good morning everyone. It's about 6:30 this morning. This pun is intended. I'm here to talk about Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the most slept on TV series from Marvel. And why, Marvel? Why do y'all always sleep on y'all good TV series? The Gifted is one. Now y'all sleeping on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, the final season, is one of the best seasons of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it's really underrated. Why are people sleeping on it? We about to go diving into this here. Let's do this.
Whoa, what's good with your YouTube and YouTube busted? Your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And appreciate you for coming rock with me, like, sharing, and subscribing. And if you have an opinion about the situation that's going on, leave a comment below. I'm gonna read it. Because when you comment, our collective minds put together, we bring synergy. This how we starting the video off?
Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night.
Bam, man, the introduction's over with. Now we about to go diving, like I said, into this Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, episode 1 through 4. Now, I know everybody that came and rock with me, they know how my attitude is. You know, I'm up and down and I'm everywhere all the time. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm there. But y'all ain't coming here to see nobody talk about.
We talk about Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Season 7, episode 1 through 4.
That shit there, man, that ain't me. But y'all know how we rock. We just come to run it. And when we run it, I'm going to sit there and say, like, hey, look, I've been checking this here out. If you are interested in this here, this is some of the good things about it and maybe some of the bad things about it. But this is a sleeper hit, and what's killing me about it, if you are a fan of anything in the MCU, you will love and appreciate Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, this is the depth of the writing. I told my partner that, you know, they kind of remind me of Legends of Tomorrow, but the only thing that's different is they putting good writing into it. And he was like, oh, no, don't say that. But see, I like Legends of Tomorrow. I get what they just time jumping. But on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they doing it right. Start off, first thing, what I noticed was the time, the era, the 1930s. They actually embodied the 1930s. You get a feel of the atmosphere, how the people was, and how the character development was, the plot scheme. And on top of the plot scheme, the grade of the picture and the introduction, when they say Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they give you that 1930s feel. So like the first season, it was really good on that note, right? So when I'm watching it, it was like, oh, it giving me that tone and that feel. And the second episode, it actually gave you the, I think it was the if I can't remember right offhand, I might put it up here somewhere. The 1960s or 70s, when they jumped the second time jump, right? And when they second time jump, it give you that feel. And then the third time jump, when on episode 4, what I remember was the 1970s, right? So you get these 3 different time jumps, and all 3 time periods, you get the feeling of this time period. On top of you, on each episode, they dedicated to it, and they give you like, this whole episode is dedicated to how movies was made in this time period, but they're giving you a 2020 feel of it. So it's actually good the way they're doing it, so it's staying fresh. That's one thing. So every episode, you're getting a fresh take of like a different time period. So now you're like, oh, okay. And it ain't like how the Legends of Tomorrow, they getting costumes, dressed up. No, this you actually feel, you know, Legends of Tomorrow, you gotta be honest, it feel like they on the set. Now on here, it gives you that more that gritty, realistic feel, like you actually out there, and that's one thing. And then you got the Chronicons, the whole big bag so far right now, the groundwork that they laying. Even though this is the final and the last season, I mean, I'm gonna miss S.H.I.E.L.D., but I just hope that what they do with S.H.I.E.L.D. is they transfer it over, and then they build it up to becoming SWORD, and then you have some of the characters off of S.H.I.E.L.D., because all of the characters off of S.H.I.E.L.D., I mean, every last person that was on S.H.I.E.L.D., even Enoch, you know what I'm saying? He got a point on season 7, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like, yeah, with you know what I'm saying? I kind of, that's the person I want to, you know, that's the person I'm rooting for on this season right now is Enoch, you know? And on episode 4, when y'all get here, I'm trying not to be no spoiler person, but when y'all get here, y'all will understand what I'm saying. So with that, with the character development, let's go ahead and just go straight diving into the character development without going into no spoilers. I'm trying to do right by y'all by not just spoiling everything. But like, oh man, this person did that. But you know that's how it is. But you know with me, we talking about. I'm just trying to get y'all, the people that's on the, you know what I'm saying, on the board of, should I watch? What do I have to watch? Should I watch? What's good to watch? S.H.I.E.L.D. If you never seen it, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Every season, I mean, don't get me wrong, they have its ups and its downs through this series. But right now, season 7, it's actually worth to watch. If you watch any of the Marvel TV shows, or even if you watch the DC TV shows, especially the CW, if you could go through the CW TV shows, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is worth a watch. Besides for Stargirl, because some odd reason their production is way up on that over everything. But I digress about that. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the character development. First person I want to talk about is Coulson. Y'all know he's back. This the only person that I know that's going to rival Sam and Dean about how many times they died and came back to life. But with this person here, now Coulson is the LMD here, actually an android and stuff like that. And if you notice, they throwing a lot of this android stuff in here. And if you look into real life right now, we got an android that's called Sophia. That's doing the same, you know what I'm saying, in the same works of that. You know, they talk about time travel and keeping everything straight with the timeline and how time travel work in the multiverse and stuff like that. And in real life, we getting signs of that. You know, but anyway, I digress. Back to Coulson, right? Boom, he a LMD. So with Coulson being an LMD, he now got super strength. He don't feel nothing, so he can't die. But then he got his memory. It was like the Coulson like a couple years ago. So all this future Coulson went to and did all this up. They don't have that memory. He don't have that memory. He just got to get, you know what I'm saying, up to date. He said, well, Coulson that he remember didn't want to be brought back to life. They said they know, but they retconned it like, well, we needed him and he the only one had this information. Hope he can understand. I'm sorry. I respected your wishes. You know, that's how they try to treat him. And he going to this cycle of trying to figure out who he is now, because he understands that he's not Coulson, but he is Coulson because of the memories. And he kind of come at it like that way, like, look, I know I'm not this Coulson, but I still the same Coulson, because from that point on, all the judgment and stuff that crafted to make him that person, that's who I am. So that's who they talking about and how he coming out. Yeah, I kind of get it. It's cool. So boom, that's what Coulson. He ain't that cool. It's okay, but his fight scenes now they show him like, yeah, Coulson get to swing a couple of things now and go against the Chronicon and be able to fight against other people with superpowers because he don't have no feelings, and they actually lean into that. I'm just gonna say that they're gonna lean into that. So you will get your share up there in the field, but for as anything else, that's his whole story arc. He just there to try to help them make sure that they keep the timeline balanced or keep going what they're doing. But he not OP, so they could use it that way, and it's actually a good fit. I don't mind. It's a TV show on S.H.I.E.L.D. And Mac, he another character that don't really have that much character development. Him and Yo-Yo. Now the thing about that, they kind of just broke that up and trying to almost act like it didn't exist, and they going they separate. But you know, they kind of keeping like some tension in the air about they used to date, but they grown and they showing you how you're supposed to, if you're in a work environment and you was dating in a relationship, how to be able to separate from this person and still better do your work and all this other type of stuff, you know, handle like adults. And him calling the shots and making the hard decisions, and him actually showing that he's willing and can make these hard decisions. And when he make these hard decisions, it's for the greater good and why he's making these hard decisions. And he actually coming into his own. So I gotta actually say, Mac, he okay. Now the person that really gets me, but with Yo-Yo, I'm just gonna run through her right quick because that's all she do, run back and forth. She haven't did it this season, I guess, because she's OP. They don't want to use it in these time periods, and she having some type of breakdown. I guess it got something to do with, you know what I'm saying, her arms or something. It has something to do, but Yo-Yo, they underutilizing her in her story arc is not that interesting. So I'm gonna go right past her and go to Simmons. Now Simmons, you don't know what to think. The first 4 episodes, you don't know what to think about her. Who she is, what she doing, is this Simmons, what's going on with Simmons, and what about her and Fence, how this going on. It's like, they dynamic with her and Fence is so good. And if you haven't seen it, I don't want to tell you, but Simmons and Fence, that they dynamic. You don't, and I don't even want to say about Fence. I'm just going to say nothing about Fence. Nothing. I ain't going to give you no information about Fence. You want to know, you're going to have to really watch that because I'm trying not to spoil it. But Simmons, just her, people, I'm looking online, everybody talking about, was she a LMD, was she all this and all that, but then they come to find out that she's not. So they didn't even try to lean in that direction in the TV series, so don't worry about that. There's people online, and that's me just correcting it. If you ran across some of that, that's past or whatever like that. But Simmons, yes, her character development is top notch, and with her and Simmons, you can almost feel like you want to know where their story are going. You know, you want to get this conclusion. You want to get this sense of achievement with these two. That's really what you're looking at with Simmons. But the person that you really don't have that with is Daisy. You know, Daisy Quake. Now, she arrogant. You could get the father-daughter relationship with her and Coulson, and she get the dynamic that this not really Coulson, but he knows everything of this and that. But she got this mentality of, if we kill baby Hitler before he born, he don't ever do what he did. But then if baby Hitler was never born, then you'll never have this upcoming and overthrowing and stuff like that. And then history completely would change. And they talk about how to keep on this waterfall of time flow, because the way they talking, it working different than how in the MCU. But I can connect how these two different time travels is still the same exact time travel, just one don't know it compared to the other one. So when you seeing this dynamics with Daisy, and then she like kill him, and she got that, you know what I'm saying, a real Agent Shield like mentality. Now she just seeing black and white. That's all she's seeing now, black and white. You could tell that she's becoming more of that type of person, more or less than just a free spirit type of person. She more, you know what I'm saying, let's get this the job I know we need to do, but if we do this here or we let this happen, and then it got a big twist, because I'm a big fan of this here. Excuse me. I'm a big fan of this here. When you have a villain, and he's not really the villain, he's only the villain because you're watching a TV show from this angle. So now, that's what makes this person a villain. Like how they did with Kingpin on Daredevil, you understood why he was doing the things that he was doing. Like, what's his name off of Luke Cage, on Luke Cage season 2, the Jamaican dude that he was trying to, you know, he was trying to get his revenge for his family and stuff like that. You could understand why he did that. Spider-Man Homecoming, when a vulture, you know, you understand why he was trying to do what he was trying to do, because he needed to feed for his family. He wasn't doing it trying to, you know, I like villains like that. So I like that whole dynamic. And, you know, that's one of those things where, when you seeing, like, the Chronicons and they coming, and you have, like, Daisy, like, though this what you got to do, but the Chronicons could do, so without me spoiling it, the Chronicons trying to do something to put you in that state of mind of which side is the good side, you know, or which side, and then the good side is thinking that same thing is, what should we do, how could we do, you know, it's like one of those loops. So if you are interested in a real twisted loop, season 7 is the one to do it. And then that's with Daisy, but I digress about her because she kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, to be honest with you. Now Dark or whatever like that, the grandson that came from the future to the present or whatever like that, that had this big crush on Daisy, and I'm growing to like him a lot more. He's starting to adapt. He like one of those characters that he's adapting to his environment, and he's adapting well. And the way he adapts, he's a hustler. He goes get it. He, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, he's not no gangster. He's not no, you know what I'm saying, cold-blooded killer or no hurtful person like that, but he's a hustler, and I can respect that. And I don't think he's no cutthroat type of person. He don't mean nobody no harm, but he's just trying to be in his own lane, and he know the things that he have to do and why he's trapped in stuff, that what he doing. And Daisy trying to use the fact that he had a big crush on her to get him to start doing. But I got to give it to D. He did what a man was supposed to do. He stuck to his mind. He didn't kill that man, and he did with the things that were supposed to be done to bring it. So my bad for the baby smaller, but it don't matter. When y'all see it, it's going so it ain't like y'all know when it's coming, or how it's coming, or what's gonna come, or if it's gonna come, or whatever. But I'm gonna leave that alone and jump away from him, because he a cool person. So good, he a good person to watch. But if you interested in, they bring the twins back. Well, I don't know what they call by coming the twins, because it's always the same person, and he everywhere. Yeah, he makes a return back in here. Yeah, cool dude, cool dude. Who else is I'm forgetting? Oh, May, Agent May. Now, when I was seeing her, and I was wondering what's going on with May, like she just has no emotion. She's just emotionless about nothing. You know, even more than May. You know, May always been, but I'm talking about like times 10. So she give you the regular stuff about May, but they haven't really dived into nothing about her and depth yet. But on the first 4 episodes, if you want to see a good show, the first, second, third, and the fourth one, the director changes and does it in a manner of the direction that the era is. So that's cool. But anyway, though, everybody, man, appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna start doing, like I said, I'm gonna start doing more stuff like this here. It ain't gonna just be about my movies. I know y'all like about my movies and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a video about my coronavirus pandemic top 3 or 5 movies that I think that should be watched, and I'm gonna do a little bit of like why you should watch. No, not just why, but you know, some good choices to watch during this era. Like, you know, some people they like to watch certain TV shows that got stuff that's going on, what actually going on, even a pandemic. So anyway, it could be zombie stuff, and I'm gonna give like, you know, that type of stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna digress upon promote my next videos and talk about appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we could sit back, chill, do. You know what I'm saying? And I actually look, I got my cup of coffee this morning. Yeah, I'm up. I'm not understanding this here. When Marvel have an actually good TV series, they don't even talk about it. The Gifted. Now, right now, we having one that's been holding down strong. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The most slept on